Before I talk you through the strategies that I use to increase my audience retention rate, I want to show you that I actually did do it. So here in my YouTube Studio Analytics, I have a comparison view between videos that I published from October 1st to October 14th of this year and videos that I published from November 15th to December 8th of this year. So you can see that both of those timeframes have 10 videos down here, and I've specifically also filtered just for videos. So like me publishing more shorts isn't gonna interrupt the average view duration or anything like that. So this is actually what these analytics are pulling up, is basically that from November 15th to December 8th, those videos had an average view duration of 4 minutes and 55 seconds. So almost 5 minutes versus the previous month, basically month and a half, it had an average view duration of 2 minutes and 54 seconds. So I basically increased my average view duration by 2 minutes within about a month. And the reason why I've picked these specific dates is November 15th is when I started changing the strategy for how I started creating my videos. So I want to be able to share really the analytics that directly happened with basically 3 changes that I made within my strategy. Overall, before I made this change, a lot of my videos fell within the 1 to 2 minutes average view duration. A couple really got over 2 minutes. And then we only see like 3 out of the 10 even got over 3 minutes, versus after I made this change, almost all of them are over 3 minutes except this one, but none of them are at the 1 minute mark. So being able to make the change that I made is helping me to keep people on my videos for longer. Now I want to show you what are some of the changes that I started to make. So I'm actually going to open up one of these and view it on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to show you like the first 30 seconds of this video. Before you ever get started writing a research article, you need to have 2 things. You need to have your research story, and you need to know the journal that you're planning to submit the article to. So in the first 10 seconds of the video, one thing that I've changed is I try and start my videos by diving directly into the content. So in this example, I'm already telling them the 2 things that they need to have before they even start writing when I'm talking about writing a research article. So I used to do something like, in this video, I'm going to share with you how to do X, Y, and Z. And I used to think that was a really good approach because I'm letting them know that they're in the right place, but I'm really delaying it. So I used to kind of do like, in this video, I'm going to share this. If you don't know me, my name's Elena Reister, and then I would just be like, oh, you can get my lead magnet. So it was about a minute before they actually got into the content. So the biggest change that I made is really diving directly into the content at the earliest possible point. So making sure that I'm starting out with, similar to how I did on this video, is I straight up showed you the analysis before I went like, in this video, I'm going to show you how to increase your average view duration and the things that I've done and talk about it. So that's something that I'm really starting to work on in my strategy to be able to keep people on my channel for longer. The second major thing that I did is changing when I talk about my lead magnet. So on this channel, I don't really share a lead magnet right now. I actually have some, but I don't really share one. But on my Science Grad School Coach channel, I share one in almost every single video because I'm really trying to work, I'm building up my audience and I'm really trying to work on capturing those people. So instead of sharing it at the very beginning, so I would do something like, if you don't know me, I am Dr. Elena Reister. I have my PhD in chemistry, and on this channel, I make videos like these to help you become more efficient in your research. If you are writing a research paper, download my scientific research paper checklist. It's a checklist that does all of X, Y, and Z. It'll be in a link in the description below. So that takes a good 30 seconds to go through all of that. And I'm going to see if I can find how I introduce my lead magnet in this video. Okay, so this is the spot where I actually introduce my lead magnet. So I'm going to play this and let you see kind of how I've changed that. Which is why before you ever start writing, make sure that you sit down and create that research story. And if you want help in doing this, download my free scientific research paper checklist. It walks you through how to create your story, select your journal article, and then includes all this information in here about how to write your research paper as well, and then publish it. Now, in your discussion, so you can see there, I'm actually using the content of the video to segue into my lead magnet. So I'm telling them how to do this, and then I'm saying, if you're doing this, download this to help you do that. So I'm trying to make it to where it's a little bit better of a transition and it's not as abrupt, like I haven't even give you any value yet, and now I want you to go download this thing and give me your email address for it. Now, what I've been doing, this is one of the first videos I published under this new strategy. So you can see I'm doing it at the 8-minute mark. And if we see the average view duration is 4 minutes and 26 seconds. So that means that the average viewer isn't even getting to the point where they're seeing my lead magnet. So I'm starting to move it up closer to the beginning, but still giving content first and then introducing my lead magnet from there. The third strategy that I've done to try and increase my average view duration is to actually change up the visual interest of the scene. So like in this case, I'm just sitting here talking to a camera, but I have a lot of overlays that are involved. So if we just kind of scroll through this, you can kind of see the variety of camera angles and overlays that are going on in this. So I'm constantly moving around. I'm pulling up screen grabs, text on the screen, and like these are like, this is so-so. This was like the first one I did under this new strategy of trying to do it, but it is actually working to keep people around longer. Now, if you look at some of these are like more tutorials. So if you look at them, it's mainly just doing a screen grab like this, where the interest in the screen is just me doing a tutorial of it. But this one is also similar. Let me go to view on YouTube real quick. So you can see on this one as well, I'm putting up a bunch of stuff on the screen. And that's something that I'm trying to do more and more, and I'm trying to get more tasteful in the way that I'm doing it. My most recent video really had a lot of video screen captures. So I was talking about something and then I would put up on the screen a video screen capture about that software and how I was using it. But in this one, I'm really putting up an example paper that I'm talking about. So those are kind of my three main strategies, basically my outros. So the end of my like re-mentioning my lead magnet and then, thanking them for watching the video and stuff like that. Now it's a little bit harder to tell where I'm ending the video. So I'm gonna play this and let you see it. And you want to learn how to automatically summarize your research articles using AI, you can check out a video on Scholarcy up here. It will provide a long form summary, or a video on Paper Digest right here that'll provide a shorter summary. If you found this video helpful, click the like button below. If you're interested in more content on how to do your research efficiently, subscribe to my channel. So you can see that I'm directly pointing them to more content that is relevant to the current content. So I'm talking about reading research articles and I'm like, if you want AI to read them for you, check out these two videos right here. Like it if you enjoyed it and subscribe. And so a lot of times I'll also do like, I hope this video was helpful. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. This time, because you can only have those cards up for the last 20 seconds, you do have to be a little bit careful about your timing there. But basically, I'm moving from, closing out the video to being like, I really hope this was helpful. Overall, that's how you would do that. And like signaling that the video is ending to immediately pointing them where to go next. And so I actually, in a video where I talk about how I create out my video outlines, I actually write down never start filming so I know exactly where I'm going to point them to next. And then each of those end screens I have to create individually, which does make it a little bit more difficult, right? Like you can't just use the last end screen on, but it's overall also improving my end screen click through. I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to change the metric here to end screen clicks per end screen element shown. So you can see I was at 1.9%. and I've jumped up to 2.7% with two of these at 0. This one's at 0. But you can see like this one has 3.6. So the one I just showed you, 3.6% of the people who see the end screen are actually clicking on it. And when you're looking over here, most of these are below 2. This one actually has a decent one. I think in this one, I might have used a similar strategy there if I remember, but most of these, when I was doing my old school, how I was doing my end screen, I had much lower percentage of people actually clicking on those end screens because it wasn't always relevant. Like I would use the best for viewer one, and that wasn't always as relevant to what that actual content in that video was. If you want to learn about how much these videos actually made me with this new strategy, check out my November 2022 analytics report right here, or you can check out how much I get paid for 10,000 views over here as well. If this content was helpful, please like it and subscribe to this channel to be able to see more how I'm running my business and the things that I'm doing in it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.